All right, so welcome everyone to your Zotero workshop. My name is Marissa Crying. I'm happy to have you guys here. So I'm going to put two links in the chat. The first one is for an activity that you guys will do just to show that you were here, so I can send it to your professors. And then the other one is actually the place to download Zotero. Just wait until after I'm done talking, and we should have more than enough time to download Zotero. And if you have any problems, I can try to help you. So, Lexi, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Perfect. All right. So, how many of you guys have heard of Zotero before, or been told you should download it for school?
I've never heard of it.
Have you not heard of Zotero before? Because I honestly didn't hear of Zotero until I went to grad school. So have any of you heard it before? I promise I won't bite you if you speak up. How about you, Jonah? Have you heard of Zotero? Oh, go ahead, Jenna.
I was just going to say I've never heard of it.
Okay, yeah. So it is, I had never heard of it either. So basically Zotero is a free citation manager. So today we're going to show you how to organize your research and how to create citations and bibliographies. There's a really quick and easy way to do that, and I will definitely show you guys how I do that. So just 1 second while I grab something else, get open. All right. So, all right, so first things first, we're going to talk about what Zotero is. So Zotero is a free citation manager, and it actually has 3 components. So it has the actual app that lives on your computer, which I will share my screen. So you have the actual app that lives on your computer. So this is the actual app that lives on my computer. And I have a bunch of libraries in here that I use to demonstrate on. You'll see I have some of the same sources. I have some duplicate sources saved in here because I demoed Zotero a lot. The other thing that you have that is in here is what we call our web extension. So it lives right up here in Zotero, if you can see that, what I'm circling here. And it kind of follows you throughout your web exploring journey. So if I'm on a newspaper, it morphs to like a folded newspaper. If I go to a website, it looks like this. So it kind of changes with whatever you're looking at. So say I was looking at a book results list. So it looks like a folder. If I go to a database, I'm looking at a ton of articles, just that it looks like another folder. And then if I go to a journal, it looks like a piece of paper. So it kind of morphs and follows you along, kind of along your journey, and allows you to save all those different things. So it is really cool in that way. I really like that feature. The other thing it has this extension that lives in your Word browser or your Word processor or Microsoft Word. This allows you to take your all the stuff you have saved in Zotero and insert it into your document, and we will talk about that in just a little bit. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the actual app. And that is actually the first thing you download on your computer. So you're going to download the app first and make sure that Microsoft Word is closed when you do it, because we found that sometimes you're going to have problems if you don't close Microsoft Word. So this is the app. And so for the app, the first thing is you can have different libraries. So I just have, if you guys can see here, I just have one library, but I have many different folders. So to add a library, you go to new group. Then you can add as many different folders as you want. So I have anxiety disorders and sleep, apartheid and women, citation workshop. So when I was doing my workshop that I did on Tuesday, I had saved what I use, and then I have polio. You can also, so all these have been saved from the web, which is the easiest way to do it. You can do your own citations and put them in here. I don't recommend you doing that. It's usually so much easier just to get it from the web. You can also, so once you have all these sources downloaded, this is perfect. I know that some of you are in Engaging Differences and you're going to be doing annotated bibliographies. So annotated bibliographies are when you look at a source and you kind of write down what's it about and how it will help you with the project. So Zotero makes that really easy because you can go over, you can either do a parent, add a child note, and you can type down like, this is about a virus. And then you can have that. So you have that note. And that will always be right there. You can also do notes right here. So you can do a note right here. Like I have one note, I can add another note. This is about swine. So I can add all those notes. It also has all the info. So if we're looking at this article, when you pull in an article, it pulls in all this information. So it has a type, the title, all the authors, the abstract, and then all the information you need for a good citation. So it just pulls that stuff in automatically. It is so easy. Sometimes it even pulls in tags. This one doesn't. Some of them do pull in tags, like this one will pull. So they'll already have tags on there. So if you're looking at a lot of different things, you can go, you can look, click on different things about it. So you can click on your different tabs. Then you can also put related articles. So if I think that this article relates to this, I can put that there, and you do like related articles. So these two articles relate to this article. So there is a lot you can do, but the one function I think you guys will use a lot is you can add notes, and then you can export those into an annotated bibliography. It also, as you can see, saves books. So if we go to info, it save all the book info right here. And it also saves web pages, so it gets all the web information that you need. And it also saves newspapers, so it gets all that information you need. And the newspapers also have tags that you can click on, which can be really helpful. So it's just a great place to store everything, take notes, and kind of organize your thoughts. But to actually gather the thoughts, we use the web extender. So this web extender, you will click, so after I'm done talking about this, we're going to click download. And you always download the Zotero first, and then you install the extender or the connector. I always say to use Firefox or Google Chrome because the connector does not work to its full advantage with Safari, Internet Explorer, or Microsoft Edge. And just in general, our databases work better with Google Chrome and Firefox. So those are always the best web browsers to use. So once you download the connector, it lives right here on your computer. It morphs depending on what you're looking at. So one thing you guys will be looking at a lot is journal articles. So here I have a list of journal articles. And say I want to save a couple of them. All I do is go over here, click the folder, and select the ones I want to save. So I want to save these. Then I click OK. And it goes and it saves those articles for me. So then I pull it up and then I can find those articles. So here's one. Then the other one is somewhere in here. I know I saved it. They're both saved in here, so I know that I have those articles to look at, and I know that it has captured all that information for me without me having to do much work. I can also go and just save a journal article. So this is a journal article I like. And as you can see, it morphed again to look like a piece of paper. So all I do is click on that, and it saves it. And it should be saving the PDF full text. Sometimes it gets a little angry and it doesn't do that. It's not doing that today, but it gives you most of the information. So if I go here, it has all that information for me. And with JSTOR, one of the reasons it may not be saving that is because JSTOR full text. Okay, so that is how to use an article. It also saves newspaper articles. So I found a newspaper article, it morphs again, and it saves that to my library. It also saves web pages. So if I want to save this web page, just click and simply save it. And it also saves books from our library catalog. So I searched all these books and I click on the folder. And I want to get a couple of them. So I just click this one, and I click OK. And it should not be having these issues. Let me reload it. It should just save. Let me try. We're going to close this and then we're going to reopen it. And it is an excellent. I really like using it, but sometimes like everything gets a little finicky. So it usually will save this to your browser. Sometimes with it you do have to reload it. It just it's having an error. I've tried reloading it. So sometimes it doesn't work as best as it should, but it still saves you a lot of time and works really well. So that is how you gather all those sources from the web. The other thing it does, it installs an extender into Word. So it lives right here on Word. It's like home, and you can go to Zotero, and it allows you to insert citations. The one caveat I want to say to this is that you do need to check over these citations. I will show you our citation help section on the library's homepage. It gives you the correct format, but not always the correct information. I would say it gets you 75 to 80%, or 80 to 85% there with your citations. So it does really help, but sometimes you do need to check. So what citation styles are the two of you using in your classes? Just give me one and I can put that on here. Are you guys using MLA or APA?
MLA.
MLA. So all you need to do, and this is a good thing, is because you can switch citation styles very easily. So what you first want to do is you want to go to Document Preferences, and we're going to go to MLA, click OK, and it changes all those citations to MLA. Say I just want to simply insert a citation. So all I do is go right here, and I go Add or Edit a citation. I type in the title of the article I want, put in the page, and click Enter, and it inserted that citation for me. So it's that easy. So I have all these citations right here, and I would like to create a bibliography. So it is so easy. All you do is go to Zotero again. I'm going to make sure I'm not in the middle. And then I'm going to go to Add, Edit, Bibliography. I click on it, and it adds all that information for me. Now all I have to do is minimize out of that, go to the library's homepage, and make sure that these citations are right. So all I need to do is go to the Citation Help section, and click on this MLA guide, and just compare, and quickly, and make sure those citations match. Don't have to do any of the typing or any of that. You don't have to like put it in a format. You just have to make sure it's the correct, everything in there matches the correct format. So for this one, you would need to get rid of this part, but a lot of it is fairly right. So it makes things a lot easier, and allows you to kind of get the correct format, and then it makes it easier to get the correct information. So those are the three things. You have the application, the web extension, and then you have the Word plugin. So that is Zotero, and it's very easy to use. Sometimes it's a little finicky, but I really recommend using it early and now to start saving your articles and doing, annotations in there. It can be really helpful. So I want you guys to go to the first link that I sent you guys. So it's Dolores.libwizard. And let me know when you guys are there.
I'm there.
Okay, so I'm going to open it too. So it kind of just gives you instructions and to put your professor. So if your professor is one of these 4 professors, all you need to do is put the one professor, and I need to share my screen. So for, you're gonna put your name, your email, and your professor. So if your professor is one of these 4 professors, just put 1. If it's not, just do other, and then put your professor's name down there. If your professor is listed in these 4, you do not need to do for the other. So then I want you to make sure Microsoft Word is closed, and then go to Zotero.org, and I linked it here. And then you need to download the application, and then download the browser extension. And remember to not use Safari, Microsoft Edge, or Internet Explorer. And then you need to check to see if the plugin was installed. And if not, we can do some troubleshooting. I can't do much more than beyond what's on this page, so we'll just cross our fingers. The other thing I'm going to mention quickly is that you need to create an account. So it will say after you do it to register. Mine just says to log in, because I already have an account. And the reason we say create an account is so you can access this library or your Zotero libraries anywhere. In case your computer crashes or something, you can still have it. And it also allows you to create groups. So say you're working in a group project, you can go in there and create a group, in a new group, so you can work together. So go ahead and start downloading it and follow those instructions. Just check them off and then submit that. And I will let your professor know that you did, that you were here. And I appreciate you guys being here. So does that make sense to the 2 of you?
Yes.
All right, so
Yep.
Go ahead and do that. And I will be here if you need any help. And then you guys could try saving a couple things too. And I'm gonna see if I can, because it would be in the top. So it's right, and this thing is gonna block it. It's right up here. Do you see that?
No.
I don't see it on yours, but do you see it on mine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so what we are going to do, this is one of the problems we've been having lately. So you're going to go So you're going to open up the app. And then you are going to enable it. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to Zotero. We're going to go to edit. You see that? Okay. It's actually tools. Sorry. So it's tools, add-ons. Did you see that?
Yep.
And then make sure that it says, so it should say disable for Microsoft Words, but if it doesn't, so restart now. If I go to tools, if it's not enabled, it will look like this. So you click enabled.
Okay. Yeah, both of mine say disabled.
So why don't you turn them off and on? So do enable, restart now, and then it will restart and come back in.
Okay.
Sometimes it just takes that. How are you doing, Jonah?
I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm trying to connect to Google Chrome.
You're doing the connector for Google Chrome?
Yeah.
Okay. That is how, with the Zotero thing, that is how I got it to be on mine, was doing the toggle off and on. So have you got the application and the extender installed, Jonah?
I think so.
Okay. If you have it in the Word or in a browser in Google Chrome, you'll see something like this in this corner. Do you see that? Cutting out a little bit, but it'll be right here in your in this corner, and it'll look like a piece of paper.
I think I accidentally put that in what's it called? Explore on accident.
So you might have downloaded it to Explore. Do you use Explorer regularly?
Not really, no.
So I don't think if you're downloading the Google Chrome connector, you go to download, you should say install, it should say install.
I think I got
Chrome.
it. I think I got it.
Okay. Are you able to get Word to work, Jenna?
I think it still hasn't come up yet.
So the other things you can do if it doesn't appear are you can re-download it, so you could delete it and re-download it. So those are the only things, like you go to those things, and this is actually linked. So it may take a little bit. I would check back. If not, then re-download it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So as long as you guys click submit, I should have let me check. So is there anything else that you guys need help with? Do you think you got it?
I think I'm good, but so like for future reference, because I want to set up an appointment because I need my annotated bibliography for both my engaging differences and my college writing class.
Okay,
So,
yeah, we can talk about that too. Do you want to make an appointment with a librarian?
yes.
So I will share my screen and I will show you guys how to do that. And make sure that you guys, when you're looking at that checkout box, click submit. And so I can see that. So I will share my screen again. and I will show you how to make an appointment. I was going to tell you guys that before you left, so thank you for reminding me. So if you go to the library's homepage, which is library.loras.edu, right here, there's a button called Get Help. Do you see that?
Yep.
You click on it, and then you can click Meet with a Librarian. So it's honestly easier than it has been in past semesters because we're doing all of them online. We do all of them through Zoom. So all you do is click Meet with a Librarian. And we're available till 9 tonight. But on Mondays and Fridays, we're available from 9 to 4. And then on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, we're available from 9 to 9. So you would just put, if you had no preference or you wanted me, you could pick a time, click continue, and you confirm your appointment, and then I confirm or I will get an email and it appears on my calendar, and I just start the Zoom with you and we can start talking about what you need to talk about.
Awesome. Do you guys also help with like citations too? Like
We will look over citations and we'll kind of direct you in the right way, but we do help with citations. We're not going to look over all your citations, but we'll help you go in the right direction. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. How are you doing, Jonah?
I'm doing good.
So did you guys both submit? So Jenna submitted, so you, do you want to submit yours, Jonah, so I know which professor
Okay.
you had? And do you guys have any other questions for me about Zotero?
How to create a account? It says I have to create an account.
You need it, so you go, so on mine, it's gonna say, but it should have a button that says register, and you click that button. Mine already has it because I have an account.
Okay.
It should say register, and then you can create an account online.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're good, Jenna. Thank you guys for coming. And Jonah, make sure you submit that, and then you guys are free to go.
Thank you.